Welcome to iReviews, the show where I review Marvel and DC comics, and today I review Red Hood and the Outlaws Rebirth Issue 1. The comic begins in a flashback years ago in Gotham as we see Jason Todd taking the tires off the Batmobile. As Jason is doing this, he hears something and sees Batman confront the young boy, with Batman wondering if Jason realizes what he's doing. Jason asks Batman if he realizes where Batman is, and as he tells Batman this, he swings the lug wrench at Batman, with Batman catching it and holding the young boy by his collar. Batman tells Jason that he wants him to answer his question and to think about it, and Batman asks Jason if he's hungry. Later we see Batman has got food for him and Jason, and they both sit on a Batmobile, eating their food at a hill. Batman asks why he thinks it's okay to steal from people, with Jason informing him to look at the view. Where he sees it, Bruce Wayne is just a millionaire playboy who thinks he's the king of the world, but Batman tells him to sometimes give people a chance. They usually surprise them. Jason thinks to himself that before he knew it, he had a new home and knew that the billionaire and Batman are the same person. He remembers training 24/7 in fight training and weight training and would learn more about criminology. But he remembers it was more than just training. It was like he had something he never had before. Jason remembers that people believed in him, like Alfred, who would inform him that when Jason was having a hard time, he told him it was a process, and Bruce had every bit of confidence in Jason. Jason asks Alfred if he really thinks so, and Alfred presents him the Robin costume and tells him that's why Bruce gave him this present. And sooner or later, Jason would go from a normal kid to being Robin, the boy wonder. Jason looks back on his first patrol as Robin and thinks that suddenly Bruce was more than Batman. He was a mentor, a friend, a partner. Jason remembers working with Bruce and stopping bad guys, and Jason had a thought that Bruce was the closest thing that he had to a family. Jason and Bruce fought together, but one time during a fight with Two-Face, Two-Face was about to shoot Batman. Jason tackled the villain and pinned him down to the floor, beating him with blood coming from the villain's face. Batman told him it was enough, and Jason thinks that even back then, Bruce wasn't sure if he would be a hero or something else. We go to the press in Gotham as we see Red Hood riding in with his motorcycle, firing his gun at the police. As Red Hood gets off his motorcycle and confronts the mayor of Gotham, the mayor is wondering what he wants, and Jason tells him that he has nothing for him. But just as Jason aims the gun at him, a battering hits him in the chest and launches him back on the floor. Jason sees who is here, and Batman confronts Jason, standing above him. Jason fights with Batman as Jason shoots Batman and he dodges. Jason goes for a hit, but Batman catches his fist, and as Batman holds him up, Jason fires an electric shock from his chest, firing Batman back, landing on the ground. Jason goes back to the mayor, and Jason punches the mayor in the face and aims a gun in his head, and as Batman pleads with Jason to stop, he fires the gun, seemingly killing the mayor. Later we see goons, thugs, and criminals in a bar watching what happened on the news. As the report informs everyone that Batman was unable to stop Red Hood and there's no news on the mayor's conditions, the criminals cheer to this and tell Red Hood that he just made his mark. The bartender goes over to Red Hood and tells him that he probably doesn't know, but there was a rumor that the Joker was the original Red Hood, and tells Red Hood to watch his step. He isn't the kind of guy to mess with. As the bartender is telling him this, Jason thinks back years ago when the Joker tortured Jason and beat him with a crowbar, nearly killing him, but when the Joker left a bomb, it went off and killed Jason Todd. Eventually he returned with the help of a Lazarus pit and even tangled with Batman about him not avenging Jason's death. A man walks up to Jason and informs him that he works for Black Masks, and he thinks Jason is the guy to help him. He hands him his card and tells him that Black Masks is expanding his operation, and after a stunt Jason pulled, the man thinks he has the talent to join with Black Masks, and as the man walks away, he tells him to think it over, and he respects Jason for what he did. Elsewhere, we go to One Police Plaza as we see Jason go underneath the station and walks into a secret bunker, but as he walks in, he sees Batman waiting for Jason. Batman's impressed with Jason's new hideout beneath a police station, but Batman is here to tell him something. Batman tells Jason he went to the hospital and the mayor was still alive and saw that Jason didn't shoot him, but injected him with an antidote to a techno-organic virus in his system. He even sedated the cops and is wondering why Jason didn't just tell him. Jason asks Batman if he trusts him and tells him that they have an opportunity. He needs to go deeper into Gotham and pretend to become one of them. Batman tells him it's too risky, and Jason asks why, because he isn't Dick Grayson, Jason, with Batman telling him that Dick has nothing to do with this. No one does. And tells him to not expect him to forget or pretend that Jason already has a history of crossing the line. But Jason asks Batman if he remembers what he said to him the night that they met. He told him to give people a chance, and now he's asking for that chance. Jason thinks he can go places where Batman can't and do things that he can't, so is he against him or with him? As Batman walks out of the hideout, Bruce tells Jason he gets one chance of this, and if he ever thinks to go too deep, he's pulling him out. And if Jason ever takes a life, he will come for him, as Batman leaves Jason to think. Jason looks on a shelf and thinks that he's the guy to do things that Batman can't, and wonders if he's the man that Bruce wanted him to become. And honestly, he doesn't think so. But as he looks at the old photo of him and Bruce taking a picture as Batman and Robin, Jason thinks that someday Bruce will realize Jason is exactly what he needs. Red Hood and the Outlaws Rebirth issue 1 has to be a great Rebirth issue. I mean, I saw this being wrote by Scott LaBelle, and I had some not so good thoughts, and this surprised me. This was great. I mean, when you look back on Scott LaBelle's work for a New 52, it wasn't that great. But this, well, it just hooks me in. I really like how in this issue we get to see a retelling of Jason's origin, which is great, but it also has problems. I'll get to that later. And I really like how this issue kind of sets up what we'll see in the first arc, like Black Mask, who I haven't really seen much in the comics, so it'll be nice to see that now. I really also like the flashbacks that we got to saw Bruce help with Jason become Robin, and I really like the short conversation between Jason and Alfred. Then with Alfred helping him, then presenting him with the Robin costume. Now it's time to get to some of the bad. I mean, there are only two things bad about this comic. One, people who already know Jason Todd and know Red Hood's backstory might be annoyed that's going to be retold again. I mean, I guess people who don't know who Jason Todd is or need a refresh on his backstory, I guess this is good for you, and I mean, I guess it's okay, I guess. Now, my second problem in this book is where the Outlaws are. I mean, they kind of thought we were going to see them in this issue, or at least glimpses or hints of them, but nope, this issue mainly focuses on Red Hood, which is not a bad thing, but when your book is called Red Hood and the Outlaws, some people expect the Outlaws. But overall, this book was still great, and the art is just great. It especially looks great in the flashbacks with the dark tone and the other bright colors. Also, the action scenes look great. I mean, in the present and in the flashback, they really look great. I mean, both light and dark tones mixed with bright colors. This is really nice. I really like this. And also, I hope this art stays for the following issues. But overall, great story with great art. I would give this an 8 out of 10 and highly recommend this issue. Hey guys, thanks for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more Iron reviews. And check out my Twitter at IronHulk018. My name is August, and until then.